All right, are we ready, guys?
That's my purse. I'm ready.
My purse. Okay.
I don't know you.
Excuse me.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Backlog and Beyond, the podcast where we talk about the old video games we want to beat and the new ones we play instead. I'm your host, Nathan Hawkins.
And I'm your other host, Sir Jeffrey Jeffy Jefferson Esquire III. And this is episode 27.
Welcome, everybody. This is the Thanksgiving special. We're talking about today why we're thankful for gaming. We've got a great show lined up for you today. We have special guests back, as always, Clay and Alex. What's up, guys?
So,
Hello, hello.
For the listeners, it's just like, wait for it.
Hey.
But first, we jump into the show. Let's talk about what we're playing. Clay, what you been playing, buddy?
All right. My answer is pretty much the same as it's been the last couple times we've been on here. With the
We're just going to edit out what you said last time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just cut it in.
The new expansion for World of Warcraft's coming out on Monday, so I've been grinding out, getting ready for that. I have
Nice.
Thanksgiving off next week, so
Cool.
some solid timing on that, but
Fantastic.
Nice.
that's about it.
That's cool, man. Awesome. Alex, what about you?
I've also been playing World of Warcraft, getting ready for the next
Ooh.
expansion.
Let's go.
I
That's
am
my wife. Let's
so,
go.
Let's
That's
go.
me. I'm so excited for Monday to just sit around trying to get into servers because everything is overloaded. Aside from
bet.
that, I have been playing Shadow of the Colossus for my Let's Play as well as The Last of Us. Somebody just died. I can't tell. I mean, I could, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody. And it was really emotional.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I watched it. I watched the video.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was...
It's a good moment. It's a good moment.
It's a good moment, but it's rough. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That whole game is
Like-
rough.
Like, how many hours do you think into the game so I could figure out which death this is?
I can tell you later, Jeff.
I just got to the council building. Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That works too, I guess.
Specific.
Yeah.
I've
That's very specific.
I've also been playing Yakuza, which Kiwami is the one that I'm playing, and it is actually very surprising. Nathan was there for the stream, which is really cool.
Yay.
He got to see it and be like, "Nope, I'm not going to play this."
Yeah, well, it was actually great though, because I was working that day,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, cool, I can actually do what I used to do, just have like a stream running in the background and support someone. And the game looks great, like the remaster looks amazing, but it did certify like my notion on the Yakuza games. I'm just not into beat 'em up games. I'm just not, like, I don't know.
It's like
at least that style.
beat 'em up, mostly like silly. So I think there's like a good balance there. But
Nathan doesn't like stupid games, is what he's saying.
hopefully you don't
Anyway,
have any
moving on.
Yakuza fans, or the Yakuza comes after you.
He equates silly. He meant to say silly the first time, I'm sure,
Yeah,
but
I
like
did,
he
I
said
did.
stupid when referring to Persona
It's
5.
okay.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Shade Throne, exactly. Thanks, Emily. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Emily, our moderator, is on the stream this evening as well. She's in behind the scenes right now, so we just want to thank her as well for hanging out with
So
us.
if you
and-
hear sporadic laughter in the background
Yeah.
and it doesn't look like it's coming from Alex, it's probably Emily.
I know. I'm ready just to call her like our associate producer at this point. You know.
Aw, I love that.
Or like maybe Clay has like a high pitched laugh I didn't know about. Like with
Oh, I didn't know about that.
You do
I'm
now.
locked in.
Right. Can you imagine? Cool. What about you, Jeff? What you been playing, man?
So I've been playing a lot on my PlayStation 5 and everything else has been neglected. I
Must be
played
nice.
some more Bug Snacks, having a good I'm really enjoying like the puzzles from that game, and the voice acting is incredible.
That's what I've heard.
It's not a technical marvel like
Right.
some of the other games.
Like Donkey says.
Yeah. He also was a big fan of Knack though.
Yeah. Totally.
I'm pretty far in Spider-Man Miles Morales. I think I'm at the climax of the game, and now it's gonna go to the big battle soon.
Wow.
So that's pretty exciting.
Dang.
Last night I played some Fall Guys for the first time in a long time,
okay.
and I've gotten significantly worse. I got eliminated in the first round in levels I've already been good at, so it was pretty bad.
God.
And then me and my buddy Andrew played Ultimate Chicken Horse. On a PlayStation 4, me and Nathan have played that before. It's like
It's fun.
you have to get from point A to point B, but you have to add obstacles that allow you to still get there, but your partner cannot, and that's how you win the round.
Interesting.
So that was a lot of fun.
Right.
This week I did pick up Star Wars Galaxy Edge for the Quest 2, but I haven't played it yet, so I'm pretty excited.
I'm excited to play that as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff.
Mm.
Cool, man. Yeah, no, Fall Guys. There's this streamer that I watch on occasion. She has like 137 crowns, but she plays all the time. It's insane. It's like 137 crowns. Like, my God.
Yeah.
Every stream, it's like, all right, can we make it to 150 today? It's like, geez, rub it in, why don't you? I'm still sitting over here with 0 crowns.
Oh, that's rough.
Zero
I mean,
club.
and you get one for getting to level 5.
That's how we got one then, before we got
Okay.
our win. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I got one. All right. I've just been playing a bunch of Ghost of Tsushima. I'm on the final act, and I've actually acquired the armor that's seen in the trailers now. So it's like the
Nice.
official Ghost armor.
Sick.
Man, it is so awesome.
Yeah, it looks sick, dude.
Dope.
Like, at this point in the game, I'm so leveled up that Mongols are actually running away more often that they're trying to fight me at this point. Like, I'll slash like 2, and then they're like, "Oh God, oh!" and they just run away. I am feared in this game.
Are you too OP to have a good time with the battling?
Not at all. I am having even more of a blast because I'm just like scraping these guys, like just left and right. Just like time. There's this one move where you can like do this thing called, I forget the name of the dance move, but it's called something dance, like something's dance, and you just push L1 R1, and you just do these quick like slashes, and you just change the direction of the joystick on which direction you want to go next. So if you kill one person with a one-hit kill, you flick the direction you want to go in next, and then you just like jet over to the next guy, almost like as if you were the Flash, and you're just like boom, 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 and it's like, holy crap! It's like one of the coolest combos ever. I'm just having such a blast with that game. I am loving every second of it.
And then after we did our Give It an Hour, we did the Legends for your
Yeah,
first time,
we did
right?
play that. That's right. That was actually it was almost a little confusing and daunting at first because there's just so much going on. You're not.
That tutorial was like 20 minutes.
That was a very. Well, here's the thing: if you've never played the story mode, you just wanted to play multiplayer, it was actually perfect. But I agree. I wonder if there's a way to skip it.
It should know if you played story mode and went through the tutorial.
Right, I agree. I think they just kind of had to. Well, the thing is, there were some new move sets. Because healing is not really a thing anymore. You actually have to go collect your health, and there was like those special moves that they have for each class. So it is a little bit different. So I can understand why they did that. But yeah, it was a little long of a tutorial. It would have been nice to know that there was a tutorial prior to playing, because then I would have done it prior to playing with you. But anyway, it was cool. I don't know. I feel like I may or may not jump in that again, just because it was a little.
I don't want to do
overwhelming.
survival again. It was a lot of like, oh, now go over here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now go back here. Okay, now go to the stable. Okay, now go back to this. Yeah, it was a little repetitive and kind of got redundant. But I feel like if you have a squad that you guys are just like trying to just master that game, I feel like it'd be really fun. But unless you're like hardcore Ghost of Tsushima Legends, I think it just can kind of fall into the wayside a little bit. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. Cool. Moving on to the news. Jeff, what news you got for us?
I have actually a lot of news. A lot more
Cool.
than I said.
Go for it.
So there was a rumor going around that the Red Dead Redemption Remastered is rumored for the Video Game Awards.
Yes.
Which would be either a remaster or remake of Red Dead Redemption, which would be amazing.
Yes.
And today, someone posted screenshots of the Amazon pages for the Outlaws collection, which is Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2.
Yes.
For the PlayStation 5, the Xboxes, and PlayStation 4.
It was called like the Outlaws Edition or something?
It was the Outlaws collection.
Outlaws collection, sorry.
And someone did break them down and say, I think these are photoshopped, and this is how they did it, how easily they could have done it.
Right.
So take it with a grain of salt. But best case scenario, December 10th at the Video Game Awards, they're going to announce them and drop them that night.
Dude, I will
Worst
take
case scenario, it's all
my money.
fake.
What do you guys think about this?
That's amazing. Like, even if it is photoshopped, like just the tease, like the collective
I know.
tease, you know? And
Yeah,
that right
I
there is
know.
enough, I think, for the developers to be like, we need to remaster this, even if that's not on their
We'll
agenda.
see it in 8
I know.
And there's so much request for it, and so much, so many people just saying, please do it already. You have the assets, just give it to us.
Yeah. So, did you guys, either of you play either of those games?
I played. I
Alex
beat
did.
the first one, and the second one I've played for a couple hours. I was still in the snow, so maybe like an hour.
No, it could be a couple hours. That was
No,
a
yeah, the snow.
long-
The
Okay,
snow
yeah,
is.
so it was a while.
It's like a 2.5 hour
I just
snow
met,
intro.
Mr. Marston, so.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You need to
Yeah.
keep going though.
No, yeah, I
for sure.
will. It'll be cool to pick that up again and play through the first one because it's been about a decade since I've played it. So.
Oh wow,
Dang.
that's crazy. Wait, a decade?
Yeah, if,
the
if
first
they announce
one,
it, then I'm like,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I'm
the
not
first
playing
one.
the first one again until it comes
I
out.
was like, a decade. Would you play the second one? It's 2018.
Yeah, here we are.
Someone had the idea, like, what if it like played straight through, like,
Dude,
you beat the second one and it goes straight into the first.
I would
game?
That'd be
so
cool.
be. Yes,
It would be. So, I would beat the first game again for sure.
I would too. Hands down,
Yeah.
no questions. No questions. what else you got?
Other news: Resident Evil 4 is leaked to possibly be coming to the Oculus VR platforms.
told me that.
So I will revisit it for that.
Cool.
And then they're possibly working on Ace Attorney 7, and hopefully that means they're releasing Ace Attorney 4 through 6 collection for the Switch and other consoles. Those are some of my favorite narrative games. So
That's awesome.
that's good news for me.
That's great news. That's awesome.
Yeah. What's your news?
Cool. Well, I think the biggest one for me was Project 00 frickin' 7, guys. I cannot wait. Same team, same devs as Hitman, IO Interactive. They're currently in production for Project 007, which is just, the title they're calling it now. Here's what the site says. A wholly original Bond story, players will step into the shoes of the world's favorite secret agent to earn their 00 status in the very first James Bond origin story. And then below it says they're actually hiring a team for this project. So I'm not exactly sure if they're already working on it, if they've been working on it, or if they're going to be working on it, which sucks because if they're just starting, that means we may not see anything till about mid-generation maybe.
Yeah.
Depending on how long this game takes.
Right.
It's going to be like a Cyberpunk thing where it comes out end of the generation. You know what I mean?
I think it's irresponsible to work on a game if you're not already like
I agree.
2/3 of the way done.
I agree, especially teasing it like that. Like, I'm surprised if that's the case. Like, I'm surprised they haven't learned already. Like, stop announcing stuff 6 years in advance. Like
Yeah.
maybe like if like, okay, we're at the halfway point, we're almost there. We're at the point where we need more team members to kind of like finish out the game, etc. But yeah, it's crazy because the last 007 game was in 2012. It was 007 Legends, got negative reviews, and then I guess the 007 license was revoked in 2013. So Quantum of Solace, Bloodstone, and the 007 Legends games were removed from the Steam store. So that was the last time we've ever heard of any kind of James Bond game. So I am excited. Anybody else looking forward to a James Bond game?
I need to beat Hitman. but
Me too.
yes.
I do as well. I do.
I haven't played any since GoldenEye, so I think it'll be cool to
My dude.
to check it out. But but yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing that was happening. So thank goodness I'm on the podcast.
You're welcome.
This week. Yeah, thank you.
You learn something every day.
If I wasn't here, I'd never listen to this.
So maybe he really didn't look at the show notes then. No, I'm just kidding. Also, the VGA nominees were announced. We're going to actually be doing our own separate episode for our predictions of every single award for the award ceremony on the 10th of December. So stay tuned for that. But I did want to ask Clay and Alex what you guys thought was going to win Game of the Year. Have you guys seen the nominees yet for Game of the Year?
Let me tell
I'm
you,
pretty,
Backlog and Beyond is like my gaming news source.
Oh, wow.
So I hear it
Wow, I
here.
am so honored, actually.
No, same for me.
Okay, let me-
I'm kind of on a hiatus from Twitter and
Yeah.
most social
Oh,
media
okay.
right now, so I'm really not in the loop with almost anything that's happening, like in gaming stuff. So
Wow.
when you guys are like, "Oh, what's
And you're on
happening?" I'm
here.
like,
No, I'm
"Oh,
kidding.
what is happening?" Yeah,
I'm kidding. No, we love you guys.
The worst is he has to like check Twitter to talk to us.
He's like, yeah, the nominees that I want.
Yeah, hold on.
He's like, 1 sec. I'm gonna pull them up right now for you guys.
I've seen bits here
I'll
and
pull 'em
there
up
on
myself.
like various like platforms and like Twitter accounts, but like there's so many, and I'm like, is this?
Oh, yeah.
Or
I just wanted to know what you guys thought was gonna win Game of the Year.
Oh,
That was
gosh.
it. So
like my biggest shock like on there was Hades.
Yes.
I'm not like mad it's on there,
Right.
but like I was shocked.
I think
to
it's
see
Apparently
it.
we're
it's-
saying that
fan
actually
base.
deserves it.
Yeah.
yeah, the fan base, man. It's the fan base.
like
It's gotten
have
a lot
elevated it to the point where it
Oh, I
is
see
the
a
list now.
nomination.
Exactly. We have Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Okay.
Oh.
Ghost of Tsushima,
Yeah.
Hades, Hades, Animal Crossing: New Horizons, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay.
So,
I was
it's an
thinking some
interesting
of
list.
those were going to be on there. Cool, cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised to see Final Fantasy 7. I love Final
I'm
Fantasy
not.
7 remake. I'm just surprised to see it on there.
Yeah, I know, because it's a remake, and but it was
and
good
A lot
enough.
of people didn't like it.
And but I guess enough people did for it to make it on this, the award ceremony. So for game of the year of all things,
I think it's new. It has enough news stuff to make it its own entry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to do some more research on Hades because it kind of came upon us really quickly and came
I
out
think
of
it's a
nowhere.
roguelike that
It's a roguelike, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of roguelikes, especially when it's randomized after you die. Like, I hate that.
I see. I love stuff like that.
I can't stand that kind of stuff. So it's not my game, but a lot of people love it. There is a platform for it. There is an audience. So, it is what it is. But it's nice to see there's a nice variety actually for
Yeah,
for
it's
game
not
of the
all
year.
first-person shooters and stuff.
Exactly. So anyway,
Actually,
cool.
There's not even one on here. Or Doom, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, cool. So moving on to this game that I came up with, and I think we played this. We did a zombie version of it for the Halloween episode, and I've decided to call it Triple Jump, just because I thought it was fun, and it's gonna involve 3 people every time. But this is Triple Jump Thanksgiving Edition, where it's Jeff versus Clay versus Alex. It's where I read a Wikipedia description of a game. First person to answer gets the point. Player with the most points after 7 rounds wins. So are you guys ready to start?
Are you sure this isn't Double Jump? Because last time I didn't get a single game in.
You got one in because you
You did.
specified
I gave it to you.
Telltale's The
We
Walking
gave it
Dead.
to you because, yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
fine.
When you say you gave it to her like that, it makes it look like pity
Yeah,
points.
that's what
Well,
it felt
okay.
like.
It was
Sorry.
not pity points. It was very specific.
Well, it's because I gave it to Jeff originally because he had said Walking Dead, and I was like, no, wait.
That's
She
fair.
specified.
That's fair.
So,
It's fair.
I'm,
That's fair.
non-bias here.
It'd be like if I just said like Tales instead of like Tales of Vesperia.
That's true. That's just basically what you did.
Um,
Anyway. so here's the clue for the overall answers. Food is the main gameplay element. Food crafting, etc. It's going to involve some sort of eating, food crafting, food. That's the theme of the game, okay? So,
Yep.
Wow.
here's your first description, guys. Are you ready? Okay.
Mhm.
A maze arcade game developed and released by Namco in 1980.
Oh.
Pac-Man.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice
Let's
job.
go.
Right, let's go. Oh,
I spent the whole time trying to think if you meant a maze or a maze.
I did too. I was stuck on that. I completely forgot that you had said
I should've said
Namco.
a
Like I
maze.
assumed it. I'm like, is a maze the name of a studio or?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, next one. Here we go. I think we'll see who gets this one first. I have my bets. An action real-time strategy video game developed by Titan Studios and published by Sony Computer Entertainment for the PlayStation 3. It was released in North America, Europe, and Australia on July 30th, 2009, and in Japan on December 25th, 2009 as...
Monster Hunter World?
No. It was included... God, I'm going to skip to this, actually, the gameplay.
Please.
Players play as team members. There are 2 teams, red and blue, with up to 16 members each, 32 players in total. To make their opponent's task more difficult, players can feed the captives blank cake slices.
Fat Princess.
Yes.
I've never played that before.
Really?
I've seen it, but I've
Princess?
never played it.
No,
No,
that's an obscure game.
Is it?
I think that's on my
Yeah,
Steam
I only
wish
played it
list.
That's amazing.
Oh my God. Damn.
That's amazing.
Good job, Jeff.
Good job,
Yes.
man. All right, so
Good
actually, I'm
job.
I don't
I
know.
was like,
I don't.
red, blue.
I don't think Jeff's gonna get this one, but we'll see. We'll see who's gonna get this next one. Here we go. Okay, we go down to Gameplay involves the player following the instructions of the titular blank
Cooking
to cook
Mama.
various meals. What?
Cooking Mama.
Yeah.
Let's go. I knew one of them was going to be Cooking Mama, so following
I
those
know. I was
instructions.
waiting for Cooking Mama, but I know it's gonna
Have
be
you
that quick.
even played a Cooking Mama game?
Yeah, but yes, the first one.
No,
See,
I
I,
love
thought Alex
Cooking
was gonna
Mama.
get this for some reason.
he tried to throw in one for you. I wanted to play the
Nice.
Switch one, and then it got like big copyright issues.
Oh,
and
really?
I'll never get to
I didn't
play
know
it.
that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they
Yes.
pulled it. They pulled it within a
I
day.
guess so from what I've heard, there was like something that farmed Bitcoin from your console itself. It used it as a server to like contribute towards
Oh.
Oh, okay.
something that they had put in the code of
Yeah,
the game.
At first, they're all like, "It's music issues," but no, it was Bitcoin.
Wow.
No.
Yikes.
All right. Here we go. Moving on to the next one. Here we go. Take on the role of chefs in a kitchen, preparing meals via preparation of
Overcooked?
ingredients.
Cook, serve, delicious.
Wait, what would you say, Alex?
Overcooked.
You got it.
Let's go.
I haven't even played that. Yeah, baby.
What did you say, Jeff?
I said cook, serve, delicious.
Got Jeff.
You got it.
I'm the Alex of this round.
Hey!
She's like, hey. All right, next one. Here we go. A farming simulation game primarily
Stardew
inspired.
Valley.
Stardew Valley.
Jeff got it.
Ah!
Dang it.
Oh my god.
Jeff just yells. Okay, here we go.
I'll scream until I know what
Yeah.
it is.
Like the microphone's peak. Like breaks your microphone.
Eardrums bleed.
Yeah, exactly. Ah! All right, here we go. Two more. Here we go. Two more. Let me pop it open here. Okay, here we go. The player slices fruit with a blade controlled via the
Fruit
Ninja.
Ninja.
Jeff got it.
I think we said it the
Don't call it a
exact same.
comeback. I've been here for
I'm
these
actually
years.
gonna go back and re-listen to that because I'm pretty sure the timing of it was.
Nathan's
a
gonna, like,
See,
move
like
the
on my
tracks.
end, I heard me say it first, so it's really about Alex and Nathan and Emily. Well, Emily heard it first because she's in the room with me.
Right.
That's
So
fair.
if anything, we can go to Emily for the replay.
Oh.
no, Emily heard me because I'm right here.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Well. Okay. Last one, guys. Here we go. Last one. If Jeff keeps winning these, I'm just gonna have to have him like give him a handicap or something.
I had 0 to be fair.
That is true. That is true. Okay. Last one. Okay. Involves seating customers and guiding flow around the restaurant to serve
Diner
customers.
Dash.
Nice job, Clay.
Let's go.
You got
My
it.
sister
So no
loved
matter
that game.
what,
That's the
Clay
only way I
won,
know
even
it.
if you didn't get the last one. So
No, I think it's
well
3-3.
done.
It's
3-1.
it's 3-3 right now.
What?
It's a
I
tie.
only got 2.
No,
you
you
got
got three. You got Fat Princess, Stardew Valley, and Fruit Ninja.
Oh, I forgot I got Fat
I like
And-
how my
and-
score was left out there. She doesn't even make the leaderboard.
It's 3-3.
Sorry,
It's
3,
okay.
3, and
It's okay.
1.
It's okay. I didn't want to be on the leaderboard. It's fine.
You got the
way you said
bronze
that.
medal.
Only
if it
room for.
counts.
Shut
There's
up.
only 2.
Right.
There's only 2 lead scarers in this.
Oh,
universe.
wow. And then Clay's got Diner Dash, Cooking Mama, and Pac-Man. So now I got to figure out how we're going to break this tie. Do I just pick a random game and then read it to you
Yes,
guys?
Cook, serve,
yes.
delicious.
Random game,
Okay,
tiebreaker.
All right.
Deathmatch.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't even have to be in genre.
Yeah, I'm just going
think
to
of
pick a
game.
random game. Hang on, let me think.
Ooh, Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh. Oh, you know what? There's actually one.
Red Dead Redemption. Last of Us.
Dead Space.
Yeah.
Dead Space.
Just start naming games that I've played. Oh my god. Hang on. Shoot, this is not cool.
Here, let me tell you a game to pick.
I'll tell you what. I'll come up with it later, and then we'll settle this score at the end.
Okay,
Ooh.
fair
We'll
enough.
come to it.
The
We'll figure it
tension
out.
will
Keep
just
the
be there the whole
listeners
time.
engaged.
Exactly. That's how I
I'm
roll.
disabling
All right.
place chat.
All right, so we'll revisit that at the end of the episode. So moving on to the main topic, why we're thankful for gaming. We're just gonna go around and talk about what video games have done for us and why we're thankful for them and what they mean to us and whatever they've done for us, why. So let's start with Jeff.
Oh, okay. All right. So mine's fair length. Okay. So I'm thankful for games first of all because they grow up with you or they have with me. First video games I played were on the Nintendo NES, very first. But as I've gotten older, the graphics has become better and it's become more lifelike. But the whole time, obviously, as you're growing up, it feels so lifelike as you're playing them. They're always innovative and relevant stories to tell, and they find a way to make these situations that have nothing to do with you or anything that you do with your life
Right.
connect to you in ways that other mediums can't because you're actually playing as those characters. And I'm always thankful for that way of storytelling. Even in the games where you don't make a choice at all in the game and it goes the way it wants you to go, you still feel connected to that. And I'm very thankful for that.
That's awesome.
And I'm also thankful because some of my favorite memories with friends and family are sitting on a couch and playing a video game together. Whenever I would get a new system, I would lug it over to my brother's house when I'd go to visit every other weekend, and it'd be like, look at this video game we're going to play together. I have a video of my brothers playing PT and recording
Yes.
them play. I love that one so much. I have lots of outdoor memories with my brothers, but I also have very clear and very close to me indoor video game memories with my
Right.
brother. I specifically remember, like, my brother Ryan, I'd be watching TV, be like, can we play Dragon Ball Z Sagas? And I'd be like, no. And he'd be like, please.
Get out.
And, like, I would get, like, that, like, the feel bads in my head. And I'm like, okay, we can play Dragon Ball Z Sagas. Because it was a truly awful game. But I do remember and cherish playing those games. And as we got older, he really got only into, like, Madden. That's all he wanted to play. And he would kick my butt. So we stopped playing video games quickly after that.
Gotcha.
But I'm also thankful for the third-person camera view. First person makes me nauseous. And third person allows me to experience the story, but seeing what they go through, and it helps me empathize with the character, even though, like, I'm not them, I'm going through it with them.
That's cool.
And I can feel what they're feeling.
I like that.
I also appreciate auto aiming, because I am so bad. That's another reason I hate first person shooters, though. Like, I'm like 1 kill to 15 death ratio. Like, that's my jam.
So Last of Us Part 2 might be your game of the year for the accessibility reasons, right?
I mean, a lot of games have auto aiming as an option,
of course.
And even if they don't have it, like, initially in there in the settings.
Right.
I appreciate the ability to, I mean, it makes it accessible for everybody. Like, my dad still likes to play games, but he mostly just sticks to, like, MLB The Show.
Nice.
Or Madden.
Yeah.
I got him, like, Batman, and I got him Spider-Man, and he sucks. We played Friday the 13th together because he was such a big fan of the movies. And I think I mentioned on the podcast before.
Yes.
Like,
You did.
he was the last survivor against Jason, and, like, everyone was trashing him. But they still made it accessible for him enough to have a good time as he was playing it. And I could say that because he doesn't listen to this podcast.
Perfect. That's great. He's gonna listen to this episode.
So
watch.
Why this is the one. He'll do it in thanks because I managed to snag him a PlayStation 5. So
yeah, he can't really say anything at this point.
he's like, you're my favorite son.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. That's awesome. That was really great.
Thank you.
Alex, what about you? Why are you thankful for gaming?
I'm thankful for gaming for a lot of reasons. Jeff touched on a lot of them, but I'm going to try to stick to what he hasn't touched on.
I actually got to Alex's notes before the show started.
So I get
feel free to,
nothing.
Like, I want to make her look a fool.
Feel free to elaborate because I know sometimes you can, speak better than Jeff. So.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sometimes.
Most times.
Most
You know
I'm not even mad about it. It's
I
true.
don't want to hear it. Yeah, so I'm super thankful for community that gaming creates. I feel like, we all experience this collective phenomenon, with gaming, and to bring everybody together with, either different experiences, they relate to it differently because this happened, or, they sympathize or empathize with this character because this other thing happened. It pulls everybody together in a way that I don't think, movies can do, or, maybe even like some books can't even do, just because you are living this experience through the game, which takes me to my second point, is escape from reality. I feel like games have a beautiful way of, not obviously like paying for your bills and, utilities and all that, but still allowing you this escape from the momentary. And it, since Pong, like, a lot of people have relied on video games for that escape and to feel inspired and to feel like, they're a part of something that's bigger and better. And again, tying back into that community, it's just that shared collective experience. And I think it really achieves that through my third point. It's storytelling. You establish this greater connection again with, these characters and basically living out their experiences. And I think, games just have a beautiful way of doing a lot of these things for us through, the creative minds of these developers, these artists. And it's just such an amazing thing to be a part of, throughout the years. It's like Jeff said, it evolves with us. And I think that's so cool. It's so neat.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that's well said. And you've basically touched on pretty much everything I was going to say too. So I'll just skip myself. No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Thank you. Clay, what about you, man?
I think gaming for me is, I'm thankful that gaming kind of grows up with you and gives you what you need when you need it as you're growing up. So like, I have so many different memories of just like, I have a picture that I love of my siblings and I on Christmas, and we got a Nintendo 64 and Pokemon Stadium. And then in the background, you see Metal Gear Solid VR missions like tucked in the corner. So I'm like 8 years old, like I'm gonna slice them. But just like the different memories are like in middle school having Halo 2 LAN parties for my birthday and having all my friends over and just having everybody in one living room, like boldly having fun until 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm bless my parents for not coming out and being the sticklers, like you kids need to shut up.
Right.
Maybe
Turn it down.
We were screaming the whole night. But
Right.
that, and then even in like hard times, like Metal Gear Solid 5 got announced in the definitively like worst year of my life. And then through the next 3 years that were just absolutely miserable. Like every time a new trailer came out, I was like, all right, this is getting me through. This is getting me through. Like something to look forward to. And when that game came out, I remember I went to my brother's room and I went to go pick it up at GameStop, and I just started crying. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, like, this is the only thing I've been looking forward to for the last 3 years. Like, I'm just super excited to be able to play this game." And I got the game, and I sat in my car, and I cried when I like drove home. And then I had the whole week off of work, and I had 139 hours played at the end of a 168-hour week. So it's just something that it always has the way to like fill that void or give you what you need in like hard times or good times or even like the best times. Like some of my favorite times right now or in high school is like when Alex and I were playing Burnout Paradise, and that was our only way to talk because our phones had to be put away at 9 o'clock at night. But
curfew.
The loophole was video games. We could play video games until midnight and do voice chat on there, which made no sense, but that was the only way to do it at the time. And I'm just thankful that there's an outlet that always lets you kind of escape or dive into it when you need it.
That's amazing. Well, you know, I thought Ghost of Tsushima was going to be the only thing that was going to make me cry this
week.
While
I disable my video so I can go cry.
Yeah, thanks, Clay.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that. I needed to wet my eyes a little bit, so now they're
a little dry.
Now they're moist.
No, it's coming out. I had to cut my story short because I felt myself coming.
You're
like,
That's amazing. I mean, that's the thing though. Like, gaming is so powerful, and some people just don't understand what it does for so many people. You know, I think one of the things I was going to touch on is, for me, it kept me busy. It kept me out of trouble. You know, like I could have easily been that kid that hung out with the wrong people, got into drugs. You know, I could have done so many bad things in my life, could have made so many bad decisions, but instead I was at home playing a game with my good friends online, and I was safe. You know, I was home, you know, with my family. Even if I wasn't with them, my mom knew where I was. She didn't have to worry, you know? And I do feel like a lot of these kids have nothing to do. They're bored, you know? And I feel like video games give them that option to do something with their life, even if it's, you know, if it's mindless, you know, building in Minecraft or, you know, shooting in Call of Duty, whatever it is. Like it can literally make the difference between having a good life and a bad life. And I feel like that's a huge reason for me why I'm so thankful for it, because I feel like it's probably saved so many, like, oddly enough, it's saved so many lives from going down the wrong path. You know, they're at home and they're safe. And again, like, you know, the escapism of a reality that Alex mentioned, you know, for me, it's the same thing. Like you get home and it's been a bad day, and all you want to do is just forget about the entire day, or just kind of zone out for a moment and meditate. You know, it's a tranquil experience. And again, it's there's no experience like it, really. Like, I have never found another experience that comes close to that meditative, tranquil vibe, you know. And I feel like it's even been better for me now because you know, I love my girls, but at the same time I feel like sometimes I'm just doing what I need to be doing, you know, because it's like what I have to do, it's my responsibility. So games have been a way for me to kind of in a way take time for myself, you know, not forget about that, because it's so important, especially like when you're trying to, like, now that I'm actually living through it, I understand. Like, you do need that time, because if you don't, you're not actually going to be in a right mind to take care of your kids. And I feel like taking that time for yourself and being, slightly selfish, I guess, if that's the word, it's actually going to make me a better father because I'm able to, kind of recharge, reset, and then, okay, dad mode again,
Mm-hmm.
And so that's, for me, it's been huge during this pandemic because I literally have had nothing else to do other than take care of my family and hope that I'll go back to work. You know what I mean? So really, it's been a way for just me to pass the time, if anything. And I feel like it's been probably been that for a lot of people, just being able to make time go quicker and not feel like it's just like we're just going on and it's just the same mundane routine every single day. It's kind of like that, again, escape of reality. And again, for me, it's again, like, Alex said, community. I have met so many amazing people, all the good memories, like all the long overnight sleepovers, just we'd fall asleep at like 4 a.m, 5 a.m, and we wouldn't wake up till like 2 p.m. the next day.
Yeah.
And, and I've met you guys, like, come on, like gaming has done this. We're all here right now talking about it. It's very special. And then I had one other thing, but it's almost like it's kind of meaningless compared to the other reasons. But I think competition, just like the competition that I've been seeing between Xbox, Microsoft, Sony, it's so important because I think the moment that we lose that competitive nature between studios, that's the moment that gaming just becomes, nobody tries it. Nobody will try anymore. I think as long as Xbox and PlayStation are constantly making each other work harder, gaming is only going to get better from here because they're constantly challenging themselves as companies to try to stay on top. And I think that's so important if we want to see gaming to continue to grow and evolve. But yeah, I think competition's healthy. So I'm thankful for that as well. But yeah, man, Clay, come on, dude.
You too, Nathan. I'm just thinking about
Yeah,
like
that was
all
a
the
good
people
one,
that I've
dude.
met, and like we've never met in person, and the fact that
Right.
Clay was just like, I've been listening to these two guys like talking, and they have a great podcast, and it's just like, I'm gonna listen too. They're talking about coffee talk. I'm playing coffee talk, and then it's just now we're doing this, and it's like, we look forward to like doing this with you guys, and it's
You do too.
wild how it brings people together despite
Mhm.
barriers. Like,
Right. I know, and then this might be a little like controversial, but when people say that video games cause violence, it makes me so sad. Like, I mean, I feel like if you're a violent person to begin with, it will maybe escalate it, but if anything, I think it's an outlet for those people who do have violent thoughts and who do have anger issues to kind of get those out, and kind of exert the energy that they have at the end of the day, to find a place where they actually do feel welcome and they do feel loved. But yeah, I hear that and I kind of get upset because,
yeah.
if you take that away, then imagine how much more wrong could go. I don't know. If they don't have that, then what else do they have? What other kind of trouble are they going to get into?
Mhm.
So that's my 2 cents anyway.
I also think it keeps us in contact. Like, I think before we did this podcast,
That's so
we
true.
would talk like once every couple of weeks.
So true.
But now we argue almost every day. It's something that wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for video games in this podcast.
It's funny though. I think, Jeff, the reason why I love doing this podcast is because you and I have such different tastes. And
Yeah.
I think I appreciate that and respect that we can stand our ground with our opinions, but also still listen to the other person and do this every week. And I feel like actually I've gotten to know you more since we've been doing this because we haven't, like, when before this podcast we weren't really talking that much. Like, we would talk, like you said, occasionally, maybe once every few
we would
weeks.
just check in.
Yeah, we check in, exactly. And now it's like I feel like
We do like the weekly. Do you want to play a game? Let's try Tuesday night. I'm working.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's what would happen.
Like, that was almost every week.
Every week, and now we have the opportunity to pretty much feel like I'm living back home again, and you're coming over every week.
Sitting on your bed in front of your 32, your
My
massive
42
42
inch.
sorry, 42 inch TV.
You're massive.
But who's
32.
counting?
I'm like, what?
Who's counting, right? Yeah, good times, man. Good time with that 42-inch television. Oh man! All right.
Is that the one you're still using? Like,
No.
in your main room?
I'm using a 30.
Okay,
I'm
good.
using a 32-inch in this room. for my gaming. So anyway,
Went smaller.
Less
and I
massive.
had to, otherwise I'd go blind. I'm literally like,
But like, don't you have one like that you watch with Shannon?
see my finger on the camera right here? That's where my,
But like,
my 32-inch monitor
okay,
is.
when you and Shannon watch a movie, what like do you watch on like? You come in this room and sit at the desk
No,
together
we
and watch a movie.
go upstairs and watch on the we watch on the 42-inch television. No,
That's what I.
no,
So you still
sorry,
have
sorry.
that TV?
No, sorry. We got rid of the 42. We have a 50. We have a 50. So we have a 50
Oh.
upstairs in the bedroom that we watch on Apple TV and all that stuff.
We just got a new 55-inch TV.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Open box.
Open box. Legit. Okay, cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for that. That was amazing, and it was an experience. I'll say that. I did have some questions though, for everybody as well. We're gonna go around the room and talk about our favorite foodie video game. So it's not necessarily a game that's involving food, but it's a game that actually has food crafting, or some kind of gameplay element where you have to eat to consume food to kind of survive. So we're gonna go around and talk about our favorite foodie video games and why, and maybe go through some of the food items that absolutely look delicious. So let's start with you, Clay.
So, Booking Mama on the DS was really good, but I think where it involved the gameplay involved crafting food. There was an RPG on PlayStation 1 called Suikoden 2
Okay.
that I absolutely love. It had a limited number release, and so it got super rare. When I owned it, copies were going for like $300 for used versions of it. But in that game, you get a castle, and then you recruit different characters. 108 characters you have to recruit to get the full ending.
Nice.
But one of the characters unlocks a cooking mini game, and it's a cook-off where throughout the world you would have to go and get different ingredients. This base or this region has a rare salt that you need in a recipe for things.
Nice.
And as you would do the competition, it was its own side story that kind of redeemed the original character that you find. So he is a master at cooking again. But it's cool because as you recruited characters, those characters would become the judges, and each judge had their own taste for what they wanted, and they would throw four random
Nice.
characters on the panel. So you had to know okay, this character likes salty food, this character likes sweet food, and you had 4 different courses you had to set up
Oh, that's cool.
and try to find a balance of okay, I can't make it super sweet because this character absolutely hate it, so I'll get a 1 out of 5 from them, and that'll tank my score for the later round.
You suck.
Yeah, so it actually had a lot of cool elements that went into it. And then there wasn't pictures because it was just PS1. So
Gotcha.
but some of the things they had you would make ice cream, and it was actually you needed I need salt, I need sweet cream, if I wanted chocolate ice
wow.
cream, I had to go to a different nation to get chocolate and bring that back.
Well, that's cool.
So barbecue meat buns, just all sorts of different cool recipes that you can create them now.
Yeah.
And then the items themselves actually gave different effects in combat and stuff if you cooked them and then brought them out into the world with you. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so we get into PlayStation 1, emulate it. Sorry, play it. Do whatever you got to do to play that game because
Buy it first and then legally play it on your.
I have not
find
played it. I need to play that game.
Dude, it's so good. The music in that game is top tier. You don't have to play the first one. There's some characters that carry over, but it's a totally standalone story. Super good game.
That's awesome. Cool, man.
That's awesome.
That's great. Jeff, what about you?
Mine was an actual cooking game. Mine was Cook Serve Delicious.
Nice.
I don't mean that in a way that your game sucks and my game's better, but
Mine was
as soon as I
actually
saw
a
the word
sim.
cooking, I can't think of a game that's not all about cooking.
Right.
Very fun and addicting gameplay. One of my favorite things about it, though, was Emily has arthritis, and it's one of the few games that she was able to play a couple rounds with me before she was before her hand started to hurt. So we played it a lot together, but I played it way more alone.
Nice.
Because it's not even that. You don't get anything that satisfying by going through the gameplay. You start at a fast food joint, and just the background gets nicer as your restaurant improves. And then what kept me going was unlocking different menu items, because if you made the same thing too many days in a row, it got food rot and people stopped buying it.
Oh,
so you had to
wow.
have new food.
That's
so you had a
cool.
bigger variety.
It's raw.
Yeah. I wish I had if they should do a DLC where like Gordon Ramsay yells
Oh
at
my
you the
God.
entire
That'd be
time you're trying
amazing.
to-
I'd play that. I'd play that.
I would play it so.
Have you guys seen?
You
He
donut.
has a TikTok. And
Yes.
he goes through and people submit like
Yes.
cooking
Oh
videos,
my
and he goes
gosh.
through and
He duets
like,
them.
Duets them, yeah.
It's so
That's
good.
awesome.
He's like,
He's
what
actually
are you
like super
doing?
nice. He doesn't like swear. He's just kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, what is it? Oh no!
No, don't do that. Yeah, he's. It's great. Why'd you do that, you donut?
Yeah.
That was good.
It's so
So
My
good.
favorite
funny.
Gordon Ramsay is watching him on MasterChef Junior, where he's like being so
Oh,
Yes.
I
smart.
love
Yes.
him with the kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
Oh, he's so good
Oh
with the
my
Hey,
kids.
chin up,
like,
all right?
like when the little girl was
Oh my God,
crying,
yeah.
he's like, "When my daughter cries, we don't move forward until you smile."
Yes.
I was like,
He's
And she's
such,
like,
he's such a good dad.
That's great.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Cook Serve Delicious. That's the one for me. Like, and it had like the regular foods like pizza, lasagna, fries, potatoes, burgers, shish kebab.
Nice.
Like I automatically felt closer to someone when they ordered the pizza.
Pizza.
But yeah, I like that. To me is like zone out fun gameplay.
Cool.
The more you play it, the better you got. It's just like pizza. These are the ingredients, and you're able to memorize the buttons
Nice.
so that you didn't have to think about it too hard. It was a fun game.
Well, it sounds delicious.
They have 3 now, and they got so complicated.
Wow.
I just like the simplicity of the first one.
3? Jeez. Gotta catch up. All right, Alex, what about you?
I have a few. So Breath of the Wild, very obviously, I love the cooking element in that game. You know, you
Man.
have to like go out and figure out like, okay, this is a pepper. This is
Right.
going to be spicy, therefore it's going to help me in this cold element. And like,
Mhm.
it's super intentional.
Yep.
If you just throw things together, like I do in real life, you know, you get dubious food, and it's just this
Yep.
like nasty looking thing.
It's like a glob.
Yes, and I like
Yeah.
if Link eats it, like he like is very visually in pain, and it's like, sorry, bud, like I didn't
Yeah.
mean to do
I
that.
was like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, exactly. But like you can even get, you know, like temporary power ups or even like semi permanent power ups, you know, and it's just
Mhm.
it's so well thought out, and I love that so much about the game. One of the other games that I was thinking of was Monster Hunter World, the Palicos. Like there's this really adorable little animation where these like Palicos, which are these like adorable humanoid battle companion cats,
hmm
they like put together this food for you based on what you hunted previously, and then you can apply that into like your next battle. And
Right.
the way that they like prepare the food, it's so cute, but like it looks like good. Like I got hungry and I'm like, all right, I cannot play this game when I'm hungry. And then the other one,
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's not really food, but I felt very like emotionally attached to the characters in Coffee Talk. You know, you're just bonding over
yes.
like drinks and,
hmm
you know, just
The sounds.
yes. Oh my gosh. And
hmm
it kind of reminds me of, you know, just in real life, like how food brings us together
Totally.
and how, you know, just like a warm drink, you know, and talking to the
Yes.
bartender that you see all the time is just enough to be like, look, I'm going through this. So I
Mhm.
think those are my top favorite like foodie games. But yeah, that's what I got.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Coffee
Awesome.
Talk. I need to finish that game.
Oh,
It's so
you
good.
have to. It's
So good.
I need to finish it. Cool. Well, mine is. I mean, I'm sure everyone can take a guess which my favorite game is. Yes, exactly. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna name some of these foods for you guys, and don't tell me you're not drooling after some of these descriptions. Plump bird, pork, prime beef, succulent fish, venison. I mean, come on. It's like Jeff's all sitting over here like, so no
Unfazed.
pizza or
You wouldn't say pizza once.
Are they
You would say
cooked
mac
or-
and cheese. No one made grilled cheese in Red Dead Redemption. This is.
Can you imagine
BS,
if, like,
man.
if they actually had a moment where he made mac and cheese? He's like, so I came up with this idea where you put cheese on top of the macaroni. Anyway,
You craft the macaroni and cheese. I think I'm gonna call it craft.
dude, you need to see Briscoe County Jr. because they make jokes like that in the entire show.
I don't know if I want that.
You need to see it. It's great. It's hilarious. It's a great Western. Anyway, so I love the fact that each of the food has their own qualities, like to restore your health, the stamina, Deadeye. So like when you pair it with like the mint, oregano, thyme, now that's my favorite thing is like crafting the food with like these herbs, and it just sounds so good because it's always like oregano, plump bird, or thyme, prime beef, and it just sounds so delicious, and like the sound like of the sizzling of the meat when you're cooking it on the fireplace, on the campfire, or whatever. But I think ultimately what I love about it, because I actually do like hunting games a lot, something about it's just very I guess relaxing, I guess, because you're out in nature and you're kind of just out in the wilderness trying to survive and hunt for your own food and but for some reason with this game they made it almost too realistic with when you would actually hunt animals to the point of where I actually really took my time on hunting animals because if you missed just slightly, if you hit that deer just wrong, you're going to have to find it bleeding out somewhere crying and gut it. And it's the saddest thing ever because it looks so helpless and it's like just kill me now. I feel so horrible. So it actually made me appreciate taking the time to actually I guess respect the animal, I guess, have it be a quick death, and be able to eat the food, and just have it just feels so, I don't know, just the fact that it's from scratch and it's satisfying. I don't know what it is. But
Dude, if I can kill something on the first go, I would right away. No! I don't want to deal with this.
I can't do this. But yeah, the hunting in that game is just cathartic. It's great. But anyway, the food looks delicious. But anyway, then they also have besides the main courses, they have baked beans, they have berries, cornbread, fruit, vegetables. There's so much food in this game, and they just really took the time and the detail to just pretty much come up with every single possible food. And the fact that you can feed your horse is a serious bonus. Just here you go, boy. He gives him an apple. That's great. Anyway, so that's my favorite foodie game.
I think I only cooked twice in that game.
Really?
Because it makes you as a tutorial. Everything else, I went to the store.
And just bought everything?
Yeah, so when I was dying, I'm which tonic do I drink? And that was all I did. I didn't take the time to cook.
Oh man, I spent so much time crafting food in that game.
Nathan just died on camera.
Dude, I was holding so much bird and pork and beef in my satchel that had mint or oregano on it. It was so good.
No, I was all. Is it 3-star? Throw it.
Just waste food. Wow, and I thought I felt bad missing a shot on a deer.
Oof.
It was a one-hit kill.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I rode away
All right.
and let it die alone.
Fair enough. Cool. All right, and then one more question for you guys. Favorite food item at Thanksgiving? And I know it's going to be different because depending on the culture, people bring whatever they want for Thanksgiving. I think that's amazing. It doesn't just have to be, just turkey or just, stuffing. Depending on the culture, it could be an amalgamation of things. So I'm just curious to hear what your guys' favorite Thanksgiving meal, your favorite food item at Thanksgiving has been in the past. So let's start
Emily's
with.
about to spoil it in the chat for me.
Let's start with Alex.
So this is one of the most boringest answers ever. I love me some green bean casserole. I am there. I am there. My mom, she'll top it with the what is it, the French's onions?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yes.
my god, I just picked those off
those fried onions?
Yes. And
So
then my
good.
grandmother, she makes this bomb pumpkin pie. And it's kind of weird to talk about, but there's this fish mold that she puts Jello and frosting in and peaches, and that pairs really really well with the pumpkin pie.
That sounds amazing.
It's phenomenal. So those are my items.
Who's hungry?
Turkey, whatever, but I'll take those. I know. Oh my gosh, I'm starving.
Sounds so good. Thank you for that. I'm gonna go eat everything in the kitchen after this. Jeff, what about you? What's your favorite food item at Thanksgiving?
I hate Thanksgiving.
Okay,
I think
well,
it's the
next.
worst holiday. And I think I'm putting my family on blast right here, but the turkey's always dry. Mashed
So, Christmas
potato,
vacation
unless it
style?
has globs of butter, isn't great. I don't like stuffing. I have grown to moderately cranberry sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Clay's favorite.
plus my cousin has kids and they're adorable,
Nice.
but one of them's the biggest brat. And we
Oh.
always usually have to go over there and
Brat.
I'm a little thankful for COVID because now we don't have to go over there this year.
They all listen to this
I-
episode, Jeff. Could you
I know my entire family's gonna listen.
They're gonna
to this
pass it
episode now.
on. They're gonna forward it. They're like, you have to listen to what he said about our family.
I work in a movie theater that's open 365 days a year, and we're not opening because California went back to purple for the most part. But I always volunteer to work Thanksgiving,
Nice.
always,
Nice.
and then that way I can get Christmas Eve and Christmas off. But
So nachos is your favorite Thanksgiving food then?
popcorn is my favorite.
gravy on the
Great.
podcast?
gravy on popcorn, I'm gonna throw up.
You want butter? No.
No, no, no.
The gravy pump.
You just pull it out of your back pocket.
Ew, it's all warm and
Just
stuff.
a bag of gravy.
It's like
It's a Ziploc bag.
Oh
Ziploc bag. It's like, or it's even better because you go to pull it out and it's like all empty. You're like, oh no. It's just like a pocket full of gravy.
This took a turn
Gravy
for
I'm
the
just going
worse.
along with the joke, but I hate gravy.
Then it's just
So-
dippable popcorn.
Ew, he like dips the popcorn in his pocket and pulls it back out and it has like lint on it.
Oh my god, stop.
Now that we've grossed everybody out and made everybody throw up, Clay, what about yours, man?
Oh my god.
And don't say popcorn.
Don't say
No, my,
cranberry. Cranberry
Don't
sauce.
say cranberry sauce.
I'll say what I want to say.
Oh,
No, my mom makes a really good cream cheese pumpkin pie.
Oh my god,
Ooh,
yes.
That's super good. It's like the consistency. It's not like pie. It's just like I don't even know. It's just.
It's like cheesecake. It's like creamy cheesecake. Yeah.
But it.
Nice.
I don't know. It's just super thick and rich, and it's super
It sounds
good.
amazing.
And then the other one is the canned cranberry sauce, but not the like the jelly roll that like
Yeah,
wobbles.
yeah.
I don't know why. As a
Jelly
kid, I
roll.
love that stuff, and even now, I'm like, they're like, we're doing Thanksgiving. I'm like, is there gonna be cranberry sauce here? And they're like, yes, Mom, you're disgusting cranberry sauce. I'm like, all right.
I
Just
have a
watching
quick
it get
story.
poured out of the can.
Like a super quick story, if I could
Go
share.
ahead.
So for Clay's birthday, his mom is always like, what do you want me to make you? And he's a Christmas Eve baby, so
Cool.
he gets a little bit of special treatment there too. But
I guess so.
he had asked for this pumpkin pie for his birthday cake, and so we go over to her house and she has the cake ready, or the pie ready, and she's like, where's the candle? So she gets one of those like thick, like just candles, like the fragranced candles, and just sticks it on top, and she's like,
Oh.
okay,
They do that
just go
all
ahead
the
and
That is classic.
it was great. I have
That's
pictures.
amazing.
I'll send them later, but oh
That's
my
white
gosh.
people,
Yes,
folks.
please.
Love
Yes,
it.
please post.
Oh.
That is amazing.
That was good.
Wow.
Good stuff.
I had a friend in elementary school who was born on Christmas, and he'd be like, "Yeah, but I get 5 extra presents on Christmas." And I didn't say it out loud, but I'm like, "You only get 5 presents for your birthday? You have a sad birthday."
Ooh,
Wow, that's really sad, man. How poor are your parents? You just
Like,
like say
what
horrible
do you get
things
for
like
Christmas? 6?
oh my god.
No, yeah, my parents were always really good. I have 2 siblings, and they're like, all right, we'll do your birthday in the middle of January because we gotta financially recover from getting you and your siblings gifts.
That's
so
true. That's
my
true.
birthday always. No kids can hang out on Christmas Eve. Nothing's open on Christmas Eve. Bars
No.
close the morning of. There's
Dude.
nothing to happen on Christmas Eve.
That's-
You have the only worst birthday than like summer. Like
It's
summer
true.
was like none of your friends
Oh
were
my
in
gosh.
town, and no one wanted to come to your
Oh,
birthday
man.
parties.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Mine, I'm like, Mom,
Christmas
can I
break,
have
actually.
a friend over for my birthday? She's like, I'll try. Yeah, not happening.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess for
Food
my
is
favorite
good.
food item, we-
and now Nathan.
no, it's fine. I would have to say my stepdad's whipped mashed potatoes
Oh,
because
yes.
whips those things like forever, for days, and it's just like he doesn't stop. So by the time he's done with it, it is like liquid gold. You throw butter on that, salt, pepper. I'm good. I'll eat my pea. I'll throw my peas in that too. Like I'll just mix my
I'm
peas.
glad
the
you
corn.
corrected your sentence. I'll eat my pea out.
I'll throw my pea in there.
It's great.
You know what I think of this? Pulls out a Ziploc bag.
Not gravy, pea.
Me and Nathan have our own very
Oh my
different Ziploc bags.
Triple
Okay, we
duty.
need to make a movie now where this actually happens, where these 2 guys come to the party with Ziploc bags in their pockets. Anyway, that or if it's offered, mac and cheese.
Ooh,
Hands
down.
yeah.
Okay.
If
Mac and cheese
Mac and
is
cheese.
obviously.
if mac and cheese is there, that is easily my favorite. And then a quick question. This is going to be one answer. You're going to say dark or white. That's it. Favorite meat. Jeff.
No.
Okay, Alex.
Dark. Dark.
Clay.
White.
Ugh.
I'm a dark meat guy. I'll get an entire turkey leg. That's like a tradition for me. The full turkey leg. So
It's too
good.
slimy. I will say,
I'm
being
not-
married to Alex, her family prepares a lot of stuff with dark meat, so I've definitely grown to like it a lot more. But like growing up, I'd see it and I'm like, eh. I'd like fling it off my plate.
He still
like,
makes
into the
faces.
sink. Yeah,
The soup, he's like, ugh. I'm kidding, he doesn't.
I like whenever my family makes like a lot of meat for food, I just go up and I think like, what's the minimum I can eat and still be polite?
Same.
Oh, they made
Thanks
mac
for
and
the
cheese.
food.
I'll just eat all of this.
I'll take all of this.
Yeah, I have like 4/5 of a plate of mac and cheese, and there's like a little like space because it can't touch the meat, or else I don't like to eat.
You start gagging.
you're gonna eat this turkey I worked so hard for, Jeff?
Oh my god.
You also worked pretty hard boiling this mac and cheese.
Oh my god.
Velveeta.
That's hilarious. That's amazing. Okay, cool. So moving on. Here's the thing. I think we're not gonna have enough time for everything for this show, but I do want to settle the score on the last game, Triple Jump.
Screw it. I don't care if this episode's long. We're having a good time. People can listen if they
All right,
want.
fine. We'll do it your way.
Unless you guys are like, we need to go to bed.
Well,
Oh no.
I
No.
mean,
Okay, good.
It's
Yeah,
what
We're
is
going
that?
long.
yeah. Don't worry
Sure.
about me or anything. No, let's see.
What time do you stream? We'll go till then.
Okay. Anyway, here we go. Here's the tiebreaker. Hopefully, whoever gets this first between Clay and Jeff. All right, here we go.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So this is the first game of the series, if that helps with a hint. It's a traditional one-on-one fighting game released in 1997 for the PlayStation. Its gameplay style.
Bloody Roar.
What'd you guys say?
Tekken.
I said
No,
Bloody
Clay?
Roar.
No. Okay. Reminiscent of Virtua Fighter and Soul Blade.
King of Fighters.
No.
Soul Calibur.
No.
Mortal Kombat. No.
No. How do I like narrow this down? Here we go. Okay. Here we go. It's a series of hack and slash action video games created by Omega Force and Koei, Koei, that company.
Calibur?
No, the series is
So it's a fighter and a hack and slash?
yes. The series is a spin-off of Koei's turn-based strategy Romance of the Three Kingdoms series, based loosely around the Chinese historical text Records of the Three Kingdoms, from which it derives its name in Japanese. The first game, titled Blank, in Japan, is a fighting game and different from the rest of the series. All English titles are a number ahead of their Japanese counterparts due to the English localization of naming, blah, 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 a spin-off, blah, blah, blah. Well, that doesn't help. How is it supposed to help? Man...
I'm glad you're so prepared.
You know what? Or we'll just get a tiebreaker. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna name some characters. Let's see if you guys know the characters in the game. What? These aren't the characters? Oh, I guess they are. Okay, Wei Yan, Ling Tong.
Oh, Dynasty Warriors?
Yes.
No. Yeah, let's go, dude.
Never would have gotten that
I
in a
thought it was
million
Dynasty
years.
Warriors, but I wouldn't count that as like a fighting game.
Yeah, I guess the first one was, and then the rest of them were more like strategy.
I've never
turn.
played the first one, but yeah, I
Strategy
love
turn-based.
the Dynasty Warriors 3 demo on the PlayStation 2 Underground Jam Pack. Let's go, dude. I love
Nice,
that.
nice.
I'm gonna say I like Clay like even more when he said Bloody Roar first. That demo disc was
Oh,
my
I love
jam.
that
Loved
demo
Bloody
disc,
Roar,
dude.
so good.
Oh my god. All right.
And then like I would play the demo and I just spit in my head Bloody Roar 2. Like they just took the soundbite from the first one and someone just said 2.
That's
Bloody
amazing.
Roar. Yeah, I love that. I love it. That was so much fun.
That's
Yep.
fantastic.
Just the demo.
Just
the
the demo.
just the demo.
I have no idea how the actual game was.
All right, so moving on to our second game of the evening, video game Taboo.
Are we keeping the same partners or are we gonna switch it up today, Nathan?
Well, we were tied last time, right?
yeah.
So we're gonna keep it the same. And then I think the winning team can then pick their partners for the next game.
Okay.
Well, no.
Because
Because like if we win,
you're gonna want to stick with the winning
like
team.
if we win, which one of us gets to pick our partner?
Okay, fair enough. We'll figure it out. Anyway, same teams this time. We'll figure it out next time. Okay. So who's gonna be describing? Who's gonna be guessing?
You're usually describing, and I think that works.
Okay,
for
cool.
us.
We'll do that. I imagine Alex is describing.
Yep.
All right. We'll have. I guess we'll go first this time because we normally
We'll go first because
Yeah.
I always make them go
we
first.
always make you guys first. Okay. You ready, Jeff?
And I'm not drunk, but let's go.
Okay, ready? Here we go. On your mark, it's set, go. Okay, he's a blue guy. He goes really fast.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
And it's not the first one.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Right. Okay. This one just came out for the PS5, but it's a remake, and it's the original of the remake.
Oh, nice.
Demon Souls.
Yes. This was a spin-off of the game, the one where like it's like the end of the world, and there's like
Last of Us.
no, you hate this. You're not a fan of the fourth one. You say it's like the worst of the series. It's that you're from a vault,
Fallout.
but it's the spin-off. It's the mobile game.
Fallout. Crap. Give me a clue on the Shelter. Fallout Shelter.
That's it. Okay, cool. What's her face? Oh my god. Okay. It's the game with the kid and the little fox, the white fox.
Arctic.
No. It's
Never Alone.
Yes, exactly. So what's the opposite of when you do something? Sorry. Oh my god, what's her name? Lara Croft.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but it's not. It's when you. What's the opposite of fall?
Rise.
Mm-hmm.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Exactly. Not good, but
Bad.
what's the opposite of good? Like other
Bad.
than bad. When it's
Terrible. Awful. The worst.
fighting good against
Evil.
Okay, so it's
Evil.
blank that word, and then it's not out. Ugh, that was horrible.
Medieval.
Man,
What was it?
Evil Within 2.
That was
said
the worst
blank
description
evil.
I've ever.
I said
You said blank evil.
I said blank the word. Yeah, because it's the Evil Within 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at my microphone like it's a camera.
And then the other ones were Deus Ex, Man Divided, Dishonored 2, and
Deuce. Did you say Deuce Ex?
dang it, Deus Ex.
Is that like
Dang
a
it.
laxative or what is
Yeah.
that?
Deus Ex 2.
At least I didn't say douche
More
X.
explosive than the first.
Douche X, Mankind Divided.
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
So sorry. Deus Ex. and what?
Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, Dishonored 2, The Evil Within 2.
So we did 5.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5. 5 out of 8.
I was
whispered.
watching Alex. Alex was very helpful.
Yeah,
Oh
Sounds
man,
so
that was
bad.
really bad.
For some
All right.
reason, I
I
mouthed
want-
one of the answers. I was like,
Who did?
Ah,
I-
don't
did
do
you?
that.
What the-
No, like.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I want to do like a compilation of Nathan trying to figure out the word he's looking for. What's up?
But then like make it
You
a
guys-
song, so it's like boom.
Like the,
All right, Alex, we're giving you that.
Oh, okay, that's what me.
that gift.
Have
I'll
you guys
send you
seen
all the audio files and you can make a song.
Have you seen the WWE clips where they take all the words out and it's just their breathing?
Oh.
Yes, yes, it's so good.
Oh yikes.
All right, okay.
Someone did that with the Joe Rogan podcast with Kanye West, and they
Oh
just
my
clipped
God.
together every time he said God.
That is amazing.
God. I just said a prayer. God.
That's fantastic. All right, guys, your turn. I'll tell you when. I'll tell you guys ready.
Hang on. Yeah.
I'll keep visual.
All right.
On your mark,
Thank you.
get set, go.
Fast Hedgehog and his red
Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic Heroes.
Well, that's another one. Wait, what did you say? Go back and say it.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
That's close.
Sonic the Hedgehog
Jeff.
3 and Knuckles.
No.
Just go with the next one.
Okay,
Who
all
is-
right. It's a me. You create worlds on Wii U.
Mario. Oh, Mario Maker
Yes.
2. Mario Maker 1.
Don't throw numbers in there. Organized
Go.
crime doers in Japan.
Yakuza.
1-1.
Yakuza 0.
Yep. Okay. 2 doctors go through memories of a dying man to fulfill his wish.
Oh, To the Moon.
Yeah. Okay. This game is available on literally every console ever.
Skyrim.
Yes. Good job.
The Elder Scrolls 4,
Yes.
5.
Good
Skyrim.
job. Good job. Let's see. You got Sonic Heroes. Another word for poster. Or sign. It starts with a B. Ends in
Oh,
an A.
Nah, I don't know.
Okay.
Go to the next one.
Another
I know,
word for
I know.
combat zone.
No.
Okay. Back to the first one. Fast Hedgehog and his red friend.
Yes. Well, Sonic Heroes.
There's two. You got Sonic Heroes, the other one.
That's time.
There's 2 Sonic ones?
It was
No, it's
Sonic,
just
and,
Sonic and
Knuckles,
Knuckles.
and then
Oh,
Sonic
but it's the
Heroes.
third one. That's some bull.
No. So it goes Sonic 3, and then Sonic and Knuckles, and then you can put all of the other 3 Sonics
I
with
don't
Sonic
want to
and
be his
Knuckles.
Hold on.
partner anymore. I don't want
So
to
that's
be
another
his
tie.
partner anymore.
That's another tie.
No,
Is it?
hold on.
Tied.
Okay, look up on Steam Sonic 3 and Knuckles right now.
Okay.
No, but Sonic and Knuckles is its own
Is
game.
its own game. I'm looking at it right here.
Oh,
Sonic and Knuckles. There's no 3 there, honey. Okay, there's no
Oh,
3.
Jesus.
There's no 3.
Honey.
Honey.
That was amazing.
Oh
That was
my
amazing.
God.
What were the other ones?
I
Okay,
think
okay,
so I think when
Go ahead.
go ahead.
You go.
How many did you get?
No, you go.
How many did we?
They got 5.
Okay,
We
so
tied.
it was Sonic and
Okay.
Knuckles. The clue was Fast Hedgehog and his red friend. You got Sonic Heroes just by guessing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
lucky.
very
Yeah,
lucky.
right.
Super Mario Maker. You didn't say super, but
I
okay.
counted.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you, thank you. Yakuza 0, you got To the Moon, you got Elder Scrolls, you got Banner Saga.
Did not get that.
Okay, I
Mm.
wouldn't have gotten
That
that.
I was trying to be like sign, and then I was gonna be like another word for epic.
I was thinking billboard.
Oh,
I was like,
Yeah, I thought
oh
board.
my god, no. And then the other one was the Battlegrounds game.
Mm.
Battlegrounds.
Player Unknown's Battleground.
Oh, okay. You could have said PUBG and I've been like, oh, PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
I don't know that game. I did not
I think-
say it.
Okay, I did looked up Sonic and Knuckles. Okay,
Ugh.
I've only ever seen it as Sonic 3 and Knuckles, like the combined
Got it.
version. So
And saying
that's why
Yeah,
I
Player
didn't
Unknown
know.
yeah.
Battlegrounds
Like
would've
the
been-
best part about the Sonic and Knuckles game is it had an open top for the Sega Genesis, and you could put Sonic 1, 2, or 3 in it, and Knuckles is a playable character in all 3 of those games, along with his own game,
Yeah.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Ooh.
was cool.
I think if we do this again and we switch partners, since Nathan and Alex are the usual describers, you switch me and Clay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. That works.
I think that works.
So Team Nathan, Team
Yeah.
Alex.
There you go.
Ooh.
I like
I'm
it.
kidding.
Why do you guys get to be the team name?
Because we're the
stayed
ones
put,
doing
and then
the
you
work.
guys switched.
Why is-
We're the guests. We
Why
have to.
isn't
I
it
have to
Team
discern.
Clay and Team Alex?
What was it?
That's great.
I have to discern. I have to discern the guy who's having a seizure. Oh my god! I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? At least we tied.
We tied them.
You know,
like,
I'm surprised.
we can't even call a winner because
You didn't
there
have
wasn't,
enough
like, a
to
faster
drink.
time.
That's why.
This is the episode of ties.
Yes.
I'm gonna get like a bottle of tequila from Alex.
You're gonna get a keg.
Exactly. Exactly. All
To
right.
be used only in December when we do the podcast.
Open.
Drink this
Open
before
on
the
this
show.
date.
Yeah, exactly. All right, moving on to the final and main event. That's right, main event of the podcast. Give it an hour, where we play a game for an hour and we review it and we talk about it. This week, we actually offered Clay and Alex 2 separate games to play. So Clay played, was it Needhog 2?
Mhm.
Alex
Even
played,
though I said it wrong, that's the game that he.
that's
agreed
true.
with.
That's true. Alex played Human Fall Flat, and Jeff and I got to play Castle Crashers. So let's start with Clay. What'd you think about Needhog 2?
Okay.
He just
have you
is-
guys-
Oh,
he's
like,
like,
even
"One
the way he
sec.
said
I
okay,
have to
I'm
crack
like,
my back.
He hated it.
No, actually, I liked it. The
Cool, okay.
the song. As soon as you start that first song, like instantly hyped me up. I'm like, because Alex actually we screened like she watched me play it, and then I watched her play her game, and
Nice.
so as soon as it started, I was like, oh my god, I love this song. And then I see the guy run up and just like stab me because I was just sitting there like vibing out to the music, and I'm like, oh, what the? And
Did you
I
play
did
by
it-
yourself?
yeah. So well, I played by myself through the arcade and I beat it, and then
Nice.
Got it.
Wow.
I sat online for like 10 minutes and I didn't get a match. So then
That's so
Oh.
sad.
but I like the gameplay. I think it's cool that if I had seen this game, like even when I looked at it, I was like, eh. It's kind of like, like the graphic style itself is cool. Like once you're in game and you see
Right.
it like
Yeah.
vibes with the music and with like the blood of the characters or the paint
Mhm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like Splatoon before
Okay.
or like after. But yeah, I like the I guess there's balance kind of with the weapons. I ended up a lot of the time just throwing my weapon and then sliding at the same time. and so I would hit them either way, or I would slide and then they would just stomp on my face like immediately, and I'm like, well, that didn't work.
That's amazing.
But yeah, the first song, I don't know, just that song like got me so hyped, and I'm like, I'm gonna love this game. And then I played the rest of it, and it was still good.
Nice.
But all the other songs after that kind of like, there are a couple good ones. But overall, it's fun. I really wish that I could have found someone in multiplayer to play against. But I did see, and I told Alex, so I'm going to end up adding it to my backlog. Only because it's timed, and I love timed challenges and things. Like when I beat it, and it was like 29:37, and I was like, okay, I told her, I was like, I'm adding this to my backlog just so I can see like how low I can get my.
So
And I wanted to today, but I ran out of time.
Cool,
eventually it got to the point where I was just running through and jumping over the enemies, and I'm like, I'm doing this fast, and
we're speed running this.
Yeah, no, so I'm definitely like looking forward to trying to get it as fast as I can for like it's one of those games. It's like Police Quest, where once in a blue moon I'll be like, this is small, I'll install it real quick and play it for like an hour.
Yeah.
But I can see myself actually keeping this one installed.
Give it
Yeah,
another.
The multiplayer aspect is like completely different too, and it's so just stupid fun. Like this really was like a multiplayer like episode for.
I told Alex this week, I was like, hey, shout outs to them, because normally I don't like multiplayer games kind of like this where it's competitive. So I was like, yeah, every game they chose this week sucks because it's multiplayer for all of them. There's not and then I was like, you're like, this one can be played single player. I was like, oh good, but I actually would have liked if I found someone to play against.
Yeah.
And it's cool, I didn't realize that there was like, I got like halfway through my like 30 minutes. I was 30 minutes in, and then I'm like, wait, I can move the sword up and down and like parry different.
Yes.
And then once that happened, because I would shoot the arrow, and I'm like, oh, I got him. And then it would come back towards me, and I'm like, what the? And then I'd like slide underneath it, and then I'd try to shoot another one, and he'd jump. But dude, sometimes the AI like gets really hard, and then the other time they're like complete trash. Yeah. Like I was running through, and I was telling Alex, I was like, oh, I'm kicking butt right now. And then all of a sudden I get one that like slides and throws a dagger, and then like jumped up and kicked, and I was like, what is happening right now? Like it ran through me like 6 times.
And then the next one was like trash.
I caught up. Yeah,
that's
and then the
hilarious.
Next one was like, so yeah, it was.
That's great.
It was fun though. I actually enjoyed it a lot.
Good stuff. Awesome.
I found
Alex,
that game because of Donkey, and like he would play it like he was playing against his buddy, and his buddy was like trying to roll and throw, and he would like just walk over with the sword high and then stab him in the face and keep walking.
It's just so silly.
That I kicked where you just do that spin. And I'm just mashing it, and my character is like spinning, kicking, and I like kick their sword out of their head, and I'm like, oh my god. And I would just like walk up, and then I'd slide, and they just step on my face, and I'm like, oh, well,
that didn't work either.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, cool. Alex, what about you? Human Fall Flat.
Yeah, Human Fall Flat. So, no, I actually really enjoyed it. So this was...
Both of you were like, that game.
No, so this game was actually on my backlog, but I thought that I had to play with people. And so when I looked into it, I was like, oh, it's on sale. But it was also like, single player. I felt like I was a baby learning to walk. Like if I was an adult stuck in a human like baby body, like that's what it felt like. It was super clunky, but it was like intentionally so, which made it like kind of smart, I think, of the game.
Okay, cool.
The puzzles were great and like hilarious. Like I got stuck on this one part, and Clay was watching me. He's like, "Oh, try this." I'm like, "I tried that." Like I did it. Did you see? And just stuff like that. I played solo, and I thought like, man, like I really have to play with multiplayers. But I think the game is really neat in that you can play it solo or multiplayer. And either way, it's like fun, which I like because I'm like Clay. I don't like a lot of multiplayer games, but like once in a blue moon, I get the itch, and I'm like, I gotta play with somebody, So I think that's a perfect game for it, and I will add it to my backlog. Continue to add it to my backlog.
Cool, that's fantastic.
For folks to play.
Good.
Yeah, no, it's a totally different experience again when you're playing with other people because you're just all laughing your asses off the entire time, just like laughing at each other. I don't know if you go back in my Instagram far enough, there's a clip of Jeff and I playing Human Fall Flat together, and it's one where I think I grab his head or he grabs my head and he like lifts me up, or I forget who lifts up who, but it's like one of the funniest looking things. We just like drag the other person's head over
That's
the
so
ledge.
funny.
It's just the funniest stuff you get into when you're playing with a bunch of people. So that's awesome. I'm glad we're glad you liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Now I know you guys don't like multiplayer games because I went through this list. I'm like, what can they or we all play together?
Right.
And then you guys were like, those games
It
suck.
has to be though with the right people, because you can play online with a bunch
Totally.
of randos and they're like toxic
Yeah,
as hell.
no.
You know,
No,
but
no,
like
no.
That like Human Fall Flat.
No.
I think the four of us would get
oh my
along
gosh,
great.
Yes.
But like,
let's do that.
So fun.
Yes.
We got to do it.
I want to. I would be so down.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
especially they added new levels, and I'm super excited.
Right.
I gotta get past
Yep.
that first
Yeah.
puzzle. I'm kidding.
They
The
get
first
they get
level.
longer. They get so much longer. There was one puzzle
Ugh.
that took 4 of us almost 2.5 hours.
Oh my.
That's
No
more
joke.
than an hour.
Yep, more than an hour.
More than
Much
a
more
given
than an hour.
I can't Steam refund that.
What the hell? What the hell?
I'll just leave a bad review.
You're right. All right, and then Jeff and I got to play Castle Crashers. So Jeff, why don't you kick it off for us, and I'll just kind of jump in.
Yeah, we'll just go back and forth.
I guess.
So
No, you do it.
it was like a beat 'em up, like a side-scrolling
Yep.
beat 'em up, and I had a lot of fun with that as well. The characters when you were picking them, I thought, like, I still don't know if different characters had different like real abilities
Right.
They do,
or if
yeah.
like it was just a different skinned ability.
Oh, okay.
Like
No, they
I
have
have the
actually
rainbow, and
different
I don't know if
abilities.
that was any better than Nathan's poison thing.
Yeah.
But it seemed like Nathan's poison thing was killing it,
Yeah.
and I was just getting 1-point hits.
He's shooting rainbows
but-
out of his foot.
Rainbow.
There you go.
But I had a lot of fun of it. It really reminded me of the Scott Pilgrim game that I'm looking forward to in terms of graphic style and like having a good time together. And it was something that like we didn't have to super focus on, but we were still able to like chat while we were doing it, whether it be about the game. I think my most frustrating point with it is if I died, there wasn't a way for me to come back until either Nathan beat that part of the
And
game.
that happened a lot.
Or- It happened, like, yeah.
It's hard.
You were on the stream and like I died pretty early
Yeah.
because whenever you could do a stat boost, I was like
Mhm.
strength.
Oh.
And, so like 4 hits later, I was dead, and it didn't go well for Nathan after that because
No.
like he needed me to get the big hits, but I would go in with the big hits and die immediately, and then he would like chip away for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of frustrating. I wish like what they would have done was possibly like if let's say if Jeff were to die and then I'm left, I wish they would have changed the difficulty accordingly to based on how many people were actually
Yes.
left alive instead of keeping the same difficulty level and me having just to like mash buttons for
Yeah, basically be
15
two
minutes and then
people.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or four
exactly.
people.
Because I do feel like that the difficulty was increased based on how many people were playing at
Yeah.
at the time. But still, I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was just stupid fun. There were a lot of times where I was like trying to figure out what buttons to push, you know, because that's just me and I'm just really bad with trying to figure that stuff out in general. But the art style is really cool. I love all the blood just squirting everywhere. That's really fun. But yeah, there were times too where it was hard to like tell, like just timing is such a key element to this game too. Like I don't think I used block once. And if I did, it was just because I was just testing it out. But I don't think I legitimately used it and it actually worked.
I'm a horrible blocker
my
in
advantage.
video games in general.
I am too.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I as much fun as I had with this game, I don't think I would ever play this game again unless Jeff could play with me or if I could play with someone.
Yeah, it's definitely like another game where it's like if with the right group, I think
Yeah.
we could play it for a really long
Right.
time. But by myself, I don't know if I'd pick it up again.
Same here. It's not a single player game for me,
No.
but definitely like if it was like the four of us or like if it was Jeff and I probably would just pick it up just to kind of see how far we could get because I did think that was actually really cool. Like the struggle to get to the end of each level was so rewarding when you actually did finally finish that level. But that's exactly how I felt with Human Fall Flat. It was the same thing. It's you're spending 2.5 hours almost doing one puzzle, and when you get to the end, you're like, we did it, guys. You know. But yeah, I will say nay for you know, solo, but yay to multi.
Cool.
Great. Yeah, I agree.
So
Awesome.
Cool.
So those were the games we played last week,
Mhm.
and then next week we're picking games for each other, right?
right. So I've picked a game for you, Jeff. I'm gonna have you
Okay.
play Days Gone on the PS5. they've actually increased the frame rate to 60 frames per second. So if you want to try it that way, you can. I don't know how it's going to affect the visuals, but yeah, Days Gone.
Cool. I'm going to have you play on the Oculus Quest. You're going to play I Expect You to Die.
Oh, cool.
Which is a spy type game.
Cool.
And it's all sitting down. And then, like, there's a way, instead of having to reach for items, you have the items come to you. So it's really easy to play in a stationary position.
Cool. All right, I like that.
It's already installed. I Expect You to Die.
Cool. Well, I'm not going to die, but...
I expect you to die several times while playing the game until you win.
Oh, I see. Okay. Fair enough. Cool. So that was our Thanksgiving special. Thank you so much for listening tonight, everyone. As a reminder, we are live right now on Twitch, and this show is recorded live every single Saturday night at 8 p.m. At my
specific standard time.
Specific standard time. Pacific Standard Time on my channel, twitch.tv/Adventure Hawkins. That's where we are now. Also, we have come up with a name for our awards ceremony. We're calling it the BBs. The Backlog and Beyond Award Show. So the BBs. So that'll be our last episode of the year, so that's going to be happening.
That is going to be on December 26th live, released on December 28th.
Exactly. Cool.
Yeah.
And
next time that we have you guys on, before we give away your handles and stuff, will be on December 19th, which will be our holiday special. I mean, assuming you guys are still free. I'm just being very...
Yes.
You guys will be here.
Everything else is canceled.
And we're going to put out a form if you would like to be a part of the show in some way. We're going to be giving away prizes, all priced $20 or less. We're going to be picking them on the show. Where there's going to be a section for your Amazon wish list for video game related items, and we're going to scroll through and pick what we think we'd like to get you.
Yeah.
So look for that form to fill out. Send it back to us before the 18th, and we will pick out and give out prizes live on the show.
Yeah, we'll have a link somewhere, possibly on our social media channels. We'll put it somewhere, maybe like
you'll see it.
Yeah, well, you'll see it. You'll see it. It'll be a link to sign up to get in touch with the giveaway. Cool. So so where can everybody find you, Alex?
Topowya, TOWPOWYEA on everything. That's me.
I love how you say that. It's so like you have a rhythm down. You have
I've
it just
practiced
like TOW
hours in front of the mirror.
I walk
I'm
around
like, I'm going on again.
I walk around the corner, I see her in front of the mirror. TOWPOW.
I'm like,
you're like on a date.
Yeah.
How was your day? TOWP. Oh, sorry. What were you saying? Clay, what about you? Where can everybody find you?
Clay does tweets. Right now, it's mostly just retweeting when Alex goes live.
Thanks. I love you.
You can find him in Alex's Twitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Talking to her.
Yeah, that'll be Clay does tweets for now. But
cool. Awesome. You can find me on everything, including Twitch. Twitch.tv/Adventure Hawkins. I'm on Adventure Hawkins on everything. But on Twitter, it's Adventure without the E. Jeff, what about you?
I'm officially now Zavadabadoo on everything, including Twitch, which I don't use, but may in the future. We'll see how much graphics cards are.
Yeah,
nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool. And then also, if you guys want to get involved in next week's Give It an Hour review, you can either play Days Gone or I Expect You to Die. We will be posting tweets as well as Instagram posts where you can post your response to the game, your reviews, or you can email us at contact@backlogandbeyond.com. So yeah. Thanks again for listening. Here is my joke for Jeff to close out the show. Ready, guys?
The disgust.
A Scotsman visits his doctor. He pulls up his kilt and says, "Doctor, you have to help me. I'm going crazy." The doctor says, "I can clearly see your nuts."
That was better than some of the other ones. But
Man,
I'm sorry.
that's okay.
I laughed.
They laughed.
It was
It was
sheer
like
force of will,
that weak
if that makes you
laugh.
feel
Like,
better.
Yeah.
but it was
Alex just kind of
a
like
pity laugh.
Alex just like smiled like friendly like
That was a pity smile.
that was tasteless, Nathan. That was just distasteful.
All right, quick joke for you.
Oh.
Dance instructor's teaching a class, and she goes, "Okay, class, follow me, everybody. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8."
I love it.
Wow.
nice.
Wow.